Well, good afternoon. Thank you so much for staying with us right here, of course, on TV47. My name is Kyallo. We just want to keep you updated with what is currently happening in the country. Let's begin with our top stories this afternoon. And family, friends and leaders from across the country have gathered at Sitem Valley Road in Nairobi for the Requiem Mass of former Lugari Member of Parliament Cyrus Jirongo. Now, the veteran politician died on December 13th in a road crash in Naivasha after sustaining severe injuries to the chest and abdomen. Well, today's service brings together mourners to pay their last respects and celebrate his life and legacy.
The lessons he taught you and the prayers he prayed over you, over your life, will remain with you forever. No accident can take away the bond between a father and his children. The Bible gives us special promise in Psalm 68:5, which says, God is the father to the fatherless and a defender of the widows. This means that God himself will watch over you. He will walk with you through every tear, through every question, in every step ahead. When you feel weak, he will be your strength. When you feel afraid, he will be your peace. He will be your peace. Your father would want you to keep going on, keep learning, keep dreaming, keep believing. He would want you to be kind, generous, and hopeful. And whatever you miss in him, remember his love never dies. He lives in your hearts forever. You are not alone. God is holding you. Your family is surrounding you, and your father will always be a part of who you are. To Cyrus, khona nimirembe xipenzi xanje.
Good morning, church. God is good. That morning, early in the morning, when Anne called me, what she was speaking and telling me through the phone was totally unthinkable. For the first time in my life, I could hear my heart pounding in my ears. To read his tribute, we are not able to encompass Cyrus in just a page. In fact, we would need a book, Volume 1, Volume 2, and Volume 3 to be able to capture exactly who Cyrus was. I will read my tribute. My name is Christine Nyokabi. CJ the Man, that is what they called you in the early 90s, a name that perfectly captured a personality larger than life. To the world, you are fearless, bold, and courageous, unpretentious, and unapologetically honest. You spoke the truth without hesitation, and people listened. Your charisma drew people effortlessly, while your outrageous, unforgettable humor and booming laughter announced your presence long before you entered the room. But to me, you were much more, Cyrus. You had the biggest heart of anyone I have ever known. You treated everyone you met with the same warmth and respect, whether powerful or humble, rich or poor. Your generosity was instinctive, and your empathy for the less fortunate, deeply genuine. I cannot count the number of people who came to you with their problems, and you sat, listened, and moved immediately to help however you could. I was constantly amazed by how you came alive when faced with obstacles. You relished a challenge, and even when bruised and bloodied, you never backed.
Well, that Requiem service is still ongoing at Sitem Valley Road, but of course we'll bring you any further details later on in our subsequent bulletins. Let's continue with our coverage. And Kenyans have been cautioned to prepare for heavy rainfall expected to begin on today and continue through Tuesday next week. In an advisory, the Kenyan Meteorological Department says rainfall exceeding 20 millimeters within 24 hours is forecast over parts of the southern, eastern lowlands. Now, the rains are expected to intensify to over 30 millimeters in 24 hours and has spread to several regions December Sunday and Monday, including areas both west and east of the Rift Valley, the Lake Victoria Basin and the southern coastal strip. Counties are likely to be affected too, and of course likely to receive heavy rainfall, while places like Nairobi, Migori, Homa Bay, Kisii, Narok, Kajiado, Makueni, Machakos, Kericho, Bomet, southern parts of Kitui, Taita Taveta and Kwale are also going to be affected. The advisory, which has been shared with the presidency, security agencies and relevant aligned ministries, urges residents in the listed regions to remain vigilant of possible flooding and related hazards. The department says it will continue issuing updates should there be any changes in the forecast. Right, so of course we'll continue covering that, but the places that I've mentioned are likely to receive heavy rainfall between today and Tuesday this coming week. All right, let's move on. A section of civil society organizations have dismissed the proposal to hold a constitutional referendum alongside the 2027 general election, terming it a politically driven move that ignores the country's economic realities and the struggles facing ordinary Kenyans. While they insist they remain firmly committed to defending the 2010 Constitution, which they described as a hard-won foundation for the rule of law, democracy and accountability. Well, they warned against what they see as attempts to rush constitutional changes under the guise of reform, arguing that such moves risk burdening citizens for political convenience.
For democratic governance, human rights and the rule of law. We refuse an attempt to treat it as a negotiable political instrument for elite accommodation. We oppose fear-mongering framed as legal agency. Claims of a looming constitutional storm or that the 2027 general election will be nullified unless amendments are made are a political narrative, not a genuine national emergency. Democratic problems cannot be solved through rushed referenda driven by unelected office holders. Grievance principles. It is contradictory for leaders who hold an elected and an unconditional executive office to warn the country of constitutional danger while presiding over repeated violation of the same constitution. Fear cannot be used to justify political convenience.
Yenye Wakenya wataki, which when they bring in hiyo mambo ya constitution, they will say now, because now the constitution is here, let's introduce the 7-term thing yenye wanataka Ruto aende more than the miaka yenye anastahili kwenda, of which we are going to stand as young people of this country and say enough is enough. Musalia Mudavadi, you are holding an unconstitutional office na bado unapiga mdomo. Musalia Mudavadi, you are holding an unconstitutional office na bado unataka uwekwe upatiwe uongezewe mishahara na vitu kama hizo.
Now, the Mijikenda community has officially launched a unified union, bringing together all 9 sub-tribes to strengthen cultural cohesion and amplify their collective voice on national matters. Well, now speaking during the launch of Vishakani in Kaloleni constituency, Kilifi County, leaders led by former Minister and Community spokesperson Shirao Ali Mokwere called on the government to address historical land injustices, rampant drug abuse and long-standing economic marginalization at the coast. Well, they emphasized that the union will remain non-partisan, focused solely on pushing for lasting solutions and safeguarding the future of the Mijikenda people.
Win-win-win situation. Win-win-win situation. Hatupokonyi mtu, lakini tunataka ardhi yetu na radhi lazima ipatikane. Ardhi lazima ipatikane. Sio kupigana. Tumeamua hatutapigana sisi Mijikenda. Hatutatupa jiwe. Hatutatupa rungu. Hatutatupa gongo. Hatutatupa kofi. Hatutatupa ngumi. Hatutatupa vipanga. Hatutapigana tena. Kupigana hakuleti manufaa yoyote. Kupoteza maisha. Wadigo walijaribu, tunataka ardhi yetu, tukapigana kaya bombo. Tukapoteza vijana 3,000. Tukapanga Mlunguni. Ikawa haiwezekani, tukipiga hesabu mambo magumu.
Tunataka tuwaeleze nyinyi ambao mmezoea kutunyanyasa, kuwanyanyasa Mijikenda pale walipo. Sisi ni wengi hapa, lakini nyinyi ndio ambao huenda kwa serikali mukasema sisi Mijikenda, sisi watu wa pwani. Leo mbona mko hapa? Nyinyi mnaosema kwamba mnataka kuwa wasemaji wa pwani, na ni vizuri wenyewe
Now, parents in Kwale County are being urged to take greater responsibility for their children amid rising insecurity linked to juvenile gangs, locally known as Panga Boys, who have been terrorizing residents in Diani and Ukunda, Msambweni constituency. Now, the warning comes as cases of violence and crime surge across the region during the festive season. Education stakeholders are calling on parents to shield their children from criminal activity and protect young girls from teenage pregnancies. The remarks were made at Mama and Share Integrated School, where parents and learners gathered to celebrate the school's impressive performance in the Kenya Junior Secondary Education Assessment.
Vipanga hawachagui ni mwanafunzi ama ni mzazi. Wametushambulia sana. Na sisi wazazi naomba tuwalinde hao watoto. Disemba hii ndio inaleta mimba za mapema. Mara nyingi mimba za watoto wa shule zinatokea likizo ya Disemba.
Kama venye huyu bwana amesema, tuchungeni wakati hii ya festive season. Kuna mambo mengi. Kuna mimba hizo za haraka, mimba huku zipangia. Kuna haya magenge ya mapanga leo, si ndio? Tafadhali tujichunge, tusijihusishe katika hayo mambo. Alafu wazazi, naomba tafadhali tusisitize na tukae na watoto wetu, tuchungane nao.
Now, hundreds of pilgrims on Friday converged at Samson Corner in Kirinyaga County for the annual prayers facing Mount Kenya, an event that brought together the elderly, youth and children from surrounding communities. Now, the faithful gathered in open fields and coffee plantations, raising their hands in prayer as they sought God's intervention while facing the mountain. Well, this year's prayers focused on peace, unity and national cohesion following a request by national security agencies.
Usiku wa leo ilikuwa tumeulizwa na wanajeshi tukumbuke matatizo ya nchi hii, tuyapeleke kwa Mungu, tumuombe, na watakuwa pamoja nasi katika nyoyo zao. Kwa hivyo siku ya leo ilikuwa ni kutimiza swala au ombi tuliloombwa na askari zetu.
Leo ni siku kubwa sana. Tumeungana na watu wengine kutoka sehemu mbalimbali za hii taifa. Tumeungana hapa kuombea taifa yetu ya Kenya. Tunajua zile maneno zinaendelea, zile vitu zinaendelea. Tunaombea umoja wa mlima, tunaombea familia zetu ili tukue na undugu, tukue na umoja na tuweze kuendelesha hii taifa pamoja.
All right, so we'll take a short commercial break, but we are coming back with more news. Don't go away.
No more excuses. It's time to rise, grind, and own your mornings. Join Coach Shadrach Omer every Monday to Friday from 5:30 to 6 a.m. only on TV47. Full body workouts, zero equipment, maximum results. Start strong, stay strong. TV47 Fitness with Coach Shadrach only on TV47. Looking for the perfect way to kick off your weekend?
Pole. Hiyo ni salamu ya Mluya kabisa.
Tune in to Friday with Betty, the most exciting show on TV.
Betty, one tear gun. Betty, I didn't know where this guy's going.
From the latest news and trends to unforgettable moments.
I mean, you know, nakubali.
Friday with Betty is your go-to show for a fabulous Friday night.
Theological, meteorologist, what is that word, Willis?
Tune in this and every Friday at 9 p.m. and let's make your Fridays unforgettable. Only on TV47. Enjoy uninterrupted live streaming of your favorite programs on TV47 and Radio 47 on the go with our new mobile-friendly website. Experience the future of broadcasting. Visit www.tv47.digital or scan this QR code and stream your way to endless news and entertainment. Welcome to the home of untold stories.
This is Kenya's #1 talk show, Dr. Frederick tonight. My name is the Eagle himself. Dr. Frederick is my name.
We are flipping the script, but guess what? Or should I say, guess who is taking over tonight's show?
Anyway, furahia umekaa na kasipuni. CP unit ni
Punet. So you guys knew about
Piga.
Sawa basi. That I gave you the whole time.
I don't want to go back to brokenness.
Never.
I just love the high life. Siwezi taka kuimagine ati nimesota.
You have to watch to find out. Tune in every Wednesday from 7:30 p.m. No more excuses. It's time to rise, grind, and own your mornings. Join Coach Shadrach Omer every Monday to Friday from 5:30 to 6 a.m. Only on TV47. Full body workouts, zero equipment, maximum results. Start strong, stay strong. TV47 Fitness with Coach Shadrach. Only on TV47.
All right, and welcome back. Let's continue with our coverage this afternoon. Now, concerns are mounting in Nyanza over the rising number of widows, with serious questions now being raised about the future of children in the region. Now, the permanent secretary in the State Department of Children's Services, Karen Angeo, has raised concerns over the high rates of male deaths, further calling for a thorough investigation to uncover the causes behind this worrying trend.
We are going to work on a lot of sensitization and just getting to understand what could be causing this male mortality in this region. Again, some of the participants who have engaged with us today have also mentioned that there is a problem with mental health among the men, and this could be one of the reasons, but we can't say that is a whole, really a holistic way of saying that is the major reason. We really need to go further into the health statistics to be able to confirm what is really affecting the men in this region.
Well, that's definitely worrying. Well, moving on, in a historic move aimed at preserving the memory of Kenya's resistance to colonial rule, Speaker of the National Assembly Moses Wetangula has announced plans to erect a monument at Chetambe Fort in Bungoma County to honor local heroes who stood firm against British colonial forces.
Chetambe Fort in Bungoma County. A landmark deeply rooted in Kenya's resistance history is set to receive a monument commemorating the warriors and leaders who defended their land and freedom against colonial invasion. National Assembly Speaker Moses Wetangula says the monument will stand on a 20-acre site, symbolizing the sacrifice of locals who lost their lives in the Battle of Chetambe.
Let's have a complex there. Na kama shamba iko hata ikiwa kwa mikono ya watu binafsi, tutafute pesa tununue, tupanue, ikifika eka 20-30, tuweke monument.
Community leaders emphasize that the massacre of freedom fighters can only be properly remembered through such a memorial, ensuring future generations understand the cost of independence. The Takoni Cultural Network has been praised for championing the preservation of culture and history tied to the fort.
Nawashukuru sana kwa kuzingatia utamaduni wenu. Ile mmeonyesha hapa, ile historia imepeanwa na mzee Sewekesa na wale wote wamesungumuza hapa. Na ninashukuru kwa kunitunukia nafasi ya kuwa mzee mtachoni.
The initiative has been described as a major step in preserving Kenya's rich heritage. For residents and leaders alike, the project is not just about remembering the past, but inspiring pride, unity, and resilience in generations to come. Shakaina Maoga for TV47, Nairobi.
All right, let's now take a look at some sports, and Liverpool will host Premier League strugglers Wolverhampton Wanderers at Anfield in Saturday's festive showdown. The onslaughts. p.m. You'll get, of course, that heated match at 6 p.m. right here on TV47. All right, now, Manchester United secured a 1-0 win over Newcastle United in the Premier League at Old Trafford on Boxing Day. The Red... All right, so that's what we had for you, of course, this afternoon. Thank you so much for staying with us. Keep it here, of course, TV47. Remember, there's that big game between Liverpool and Wolves at 6 p.m. We're going to be showing it live, 6 p.m. Make the date. And, of course, I'll be seeing you later on tonight at 9 p.m., of course, for the weekend edition. And say what? So you better tune in and stay with us here. All right, enjoy your afternoon. Tutaonana baadaye, God willing. Bye.